Hello! If you're watching this, it means you've come across some fancy ads for Tempo AI Home Gym and you want to know if it's legit or not. That's how I felt when I was first looking into it, so I'm going to try to do my best to answer any questions you may have so that you can be an informed buyer and decide if this is something you are interested in investing in or if it's not. So Tempo AI is a strength training machine that is kind of like a Peloton. They deliver a machine to your home. So for this review, I'll be focusing on three main elements. One, the ordering process and the delivery process. Two, the machine itself. And three, the overall workout. To provide some background, so the reason that I got this Tempo was so that I could start building up some strength, start doing some weight training. I've heard that it's the best way to work out and to lose fat. So that is definitely a big motivator for me. I am definitely one of those people that tends to be very attracted to the trendy workouts, so Orange Theory, Barry's Bootcamp, Solid Core, Soul Cycle, all of those classes. I have a Peloton at home as well. I try to eat healthy, but I would definitely say that I succumb to the temptations of Chick-fil-A every other week or so and bubble tea every other day or so, so we'll see how this goes. In terms of pricing, it's about, I believe, $1,500 total. Tempo is partnered with Affirm, so if you can't afford to pay for the whole machine in one paycheck, don't worry. You can definitely do monthly payments, which are a lot more affordable, and it's 0% interest, so it's the same total price that you would be paying. In addition to the machine itself, you do have to pay for the live classes. It's $39 per month. I know it's kind of expensive, but if you are someone who's used to owning machines such as a Peloton or a Mirror or a Tonal, it's definitely in the ballpark. Okay, without further delay, let's get into it. I did purchase this item through a pre-order, so I knew that it was a startup. I knew I would not be getting my delivery until the summer. So I had no problem waiting for the product, but I did encounter some issues when I tried to get updates on the delivery process. Tempo used a third-party delivery provider. There seems to have been some issues with communication between Tempo, the delivery provider called XPO Logistics, and the end consumer. We would get emails about us having to contact the delivery provider, which we would do, and then the delivery provider would tell us, no, just wait, we'll contact you. I noticed I wasn't the only one who experienced this issue, as their Instagram was constantly flooded with comments pertaining to this. But at the end of the day, it's a startup. I know I'm one of the first people that got the Tempo. Logistics and delivery is just a one-time thing, and it's not anything that should deter too much from the product itself. One thing that actually took quite a bit of time was finding the power button. There's a little button on the right side. It took us and the delivery people a little too long to figure that out. So definitely just want to call that out in case you are in the process of receiving your Tempo. So next, going into the machine portion of this video, the Tempo is very, very, very pretty, very sleek, very modern looking. It looks great in our living room. The colors of the weights match with the colors of the machine itself. Just goes really, really great together. So shout outs to the design team because this product looks amazing. In addition to how it looks, it's very user-friendly. They also provide you with everything that you need. So they give you the bars, they give you the weights, and they give you a mat. They even give you a foam roller. So depending on what class you're doing, right before the class starts, it'll tell you what weights and what equipment you'll be using, and it's very easy to assemble during the class. That's been pretty nice. It makes it really easy to not do the workout, but clean up afterwards. So the workout. So when you turn on your Tempo and you set up your user account, the first thing the machine is gonna make you do is take an introductory class. This introductory class, you can skip it, but I would recommend taking it because it does help you not only understand the basics of weightlifting, but also just like how the machine and how the workout works in general. So let's get into the workout itself. A lot of the workouts are strength-based, not a lot of jumping and running except for the warm-ups. So I was actually pretty surprised by how sore I would feel the next day. I guess it might just be because I'm not used to strength training, so it's probably just a personal thing, but I wanted to make sure I share that with you as well. When I use my Peloton, I'm usually never sore the next day, maybe my butt just from sitting on the seat, but my muscles aren't sore. But from using the Tempo, there's different parts of my body that are sore every day, even if I don't work out every day. The programs do a good job of making sure that there is kind of a rest day in between the workouts, and that's probably for this very reason. Even though I'm sore, I will say the soreness is pretty addicting. It is the type of soreness where you know that you put in the work before, pushing your body to the limit, the muscles can rebuild stronger. So after about a week of doing different tempo workouts, overall I would give it a very good rating. I think that the machine is really well designed, so it allows those who are stronger, those who have previous weight training, to be in the same classes as those who maybe are more beginners. The classes for tempo definitely go a lot quicker than the classes for other workouts, and I think that's because when you do strength training, there's naturally a lot of breaks in between sets. So that was definitely something that you could experience in that first class, and something that I think is a huge benefit to weight training versus other types of training. So the first thing you're going to notice when you start this first class is the camera turn on. I don't know about you guys, but that definitely did make me a little self-conscious at first, because I wasn't sure, like, oh, are they recording a video? Are they just looking at my form? I wasn't sure how all of that stuff works. I'm still not quite sure how all of that stuff works. After I kind of got over the fact that a camera was watching me during this whole entire workout, it was very intuitive and very easy to follow. One thing to note is you will have to face the exact same way that your trainer is facing. So if your trainer is facing forward, you have to face forward. If she's to the side, you have to mirror exactly what the trainer is doing, and that's how the AI will pick up your form, and that's how they will provide feedback. In the intro class, the feedback that the AI provided was really accurate. This is something that I did notice was a little bit different than the other classes, and I know that this is just because this is a newer product, so all of the new classes don't necessarily have all of the AI like corrections set up yet. When you do other classes that aren't quite as established, sometimes the screen will tell you that the AI is being developed and it's being trained, so they won't give you feedback for it, and they also won't count your reps for it, which I remember bothered me a little bit, because the few things that I could do well or above the rep count was things on the floor, and those didn't get counted at all in my total score. But it is what it is. So at the end of the workout, the machine will calculate any weight adjustments that need to be made. The tempo goes into detail about the adjustments for each part of your body. So usually I'm used to doing a certain amount for exercises that involve my arms, knowing that my triceps are weaker than my biceps, all of that good stuff, and knowing that my legs are definitely stronger than my arms. The nice thing about tempo was that it actually gives you corrections based on each movement, each exercise that you do. So if your exercise was more bicep focused, it'll tell you how your biceps performed, but if your exercise was more tricep focused, it'll tell you how those performed as well. So that level of granularity was definitely helpful for someone like me who tends to generalize this stuff. I'm used to doing workouts and equating the amount of sweat to how hard I worked out in that class, but weight training was definitely different. If you are someone who is trying to do other types of workouts and do some cross training and are new to this as well, it might be important for you to know. It's a different type of pain, and it's great because it happens all the time, and you can definitely feel yourself get stronger the next day versus other classes that are more cardio based. You feel like you worked out really hard because you're really out of breath, when in actuality you might not have like built anything from that class. So definitely something interesting I learned. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. Let me know if this was helpful, if you have any other questions that you may have. Are you planning on purchasing a tempo? Do you already have one coming? Let me know. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any other questions, and give me a like and a subscribe if this was helpful for you. I'll try to make more content like this, and I'll try to do a update on completing a program just to see if I achieved the type of results that I wanted. I'll definitely have to, I know that I'll have to figure out how to take care of my diet for this, but I'll definitely post an update if this is of any interest to you. This is my first video, so if you have any feedback for how I edited the video, or if I'm really awkward in front of this camera, please let me know that as well, but maybe not publicly. DM me that one. All right, thanks for your time. Bye.